Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit, and it is another beginnery day, because it is time to continue with the beginner series. Yes, I have not long ago uploaded the first part of this, and it has gone down well, which is fabulous. And so, without further ado, I'm going to continue on. I left you in suspense last episode. Whether you actually felt suspenseful or not, I have no idea, but it is time to release you from that suspense and bring you into the next part of this playing. So, I was left with the message there is a new cat waiting to be upgraded, and I'm going to collect that. I think I know which cat it's going to be. It's going to be trying to think of which cat is the first form, Axe Cat. So I'm going to tap it now and see what we get. So we're going to go to upgrade where it says new, because that's where our cat's going to be. And lo and behold, it's Axe Cat. So Axe Cat, if you are not really familiar, is a cat that you will want to use for doing lots of damage to things. But at this early point in the game, it's quite an expensive cat. It costs 200, I believe, or there or thereabouts. And so it's not really a viable option at the very start when I haven't really upgraded my work cat, who is here, because my monies, as I call them, will not upgrade very quickly, and so I won't really be able to use the Axe Cat that much. Which is why I'm going to upgrade the cat again to level 5, and so it should be very useful in the levels. But I will be sure to use Axe Cat and show you how it is. So, we're now going to go into Thailand, so I'm going to press attack, and into battle we go. Da, 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 da. Right, so here we are on the field of battle, and there is a big spiky golden thing and a snatch. So we're going to start off with our trusty cat. There's also a doge. Now, I would usually start off with tank cat, but I grow impatient in my later years of battle catsing, I guess. I've been playing battle cats for a while, but not this account. But anyway, it's a cat, and it's chomping at things. But yes, I've maxed out on my worker cat while I was being completely distracted. That just didn't go very well at all. But I've got me a tank cat, and just for purposes of demonstration, I'm going to show you the Axe Cat. Now, you may notice immediately, I actually need to upgrade my worker cat all the way to level 3 in order to have enough money capacity to buy this Axe Cat. Because, in fact, it is a pretty expensive cat, which is why I'm not going to be upgrading it immediately, and I've just lost a tank cat. But this will be a good opportunity to show you my cat cannon. So I'm going to wait for the enemies to get near my base and do the cat cannon now. There we go. Lovely. That's just got rid of all of them and made it very easy. Now, I've just done something really silly. I've spawned this without the meat shielding of the tank cat, but nonetheless, we'll see how it does. This one will do quite a lot of damage and should hopefully tear through the enemies quickly. He says, hopeful, but it is level 1. So I think I'm going to leave the Axe Cat for now and just focus on trying to get through these levels with my normal cat and my tank cat. And that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to keep upgrading the normal cat. Because if you don't know, when you get your cat to level 10, there is a surprise in store. So hopefully at some point in the near future, I'll be able to show you that surprise with my cat and upgrading it, and something interesting will happen. But yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say. I had a kind of garbled bit, and now I'm bored of these doges. But we got rid of them, so it's fine. And I'm just going to get another combo of tank cat and cat. That is a little problem. The cat is faster than the tank cat, but you have to live with problems like these. It's not going to be too much of a problem. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do the level. Ignoring our Axe Cat, it's not too useful at the moment. I'm just going to keep upgrading the cat because the cat is good and the cat will carry us through a decent number of levels. Not many levels. They will get a lot harder as we go along, but enough levels. At the moment, it's not too difficult and we should be able to get through this all quite easily. So, as we tear through the last of those guys, I don't think I've introduced you to them yet. They're those guys, little people running around. We have snatches and doges, well, one of each at the base, but they're not going to trouble us. We're destroying the base. They aren't knocking us back, so we are doing a double action of destroying the base and them at the same time. And the base is down. Good. Excellent. 1900 XP with which to upgrade cats, so let's immediately do this. I would always recommend trying to upgrade your cats as soon as you can, basically after every level when you get XP, because every level's going to be harder than the last one, theoretically. I mean, later in the game you have just different types of levels with different enemies. They may not be harder because of the cats you have, but at the moment in the chapters, they're going to get harder and harder progressively, especially when you're fighting them with these basic cats. But rare cats, they can bring a whole different angle to it, but we haven't unlocked the ability to use that yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my tank cat once, and to make it easier to afford things, to make the money getting faster, is upgrade my worker cat efficiency, and that will make my monies come in a lot faster, meaning that it will be easier, hopefully, and I'll be able to cruise through Cambodia as we rush into it right now. So let's see what we have. We have an orangey sky, a snatch, a doge, and I think it's time to save up by a worker cat level, and then hopefully, due to our efficiency upgrade, we can spawn our tank now, won't take any damage on the base, and then we can bring out our cat now, and we should have a good combo going on here. And that should really, if we just keep replenishing it, carry us through the level. Can't imagine it getting too difficult. I don't believe there are any massively difficult enemies down at Cambodia. And so hopefully we can just cruise through this with cat and tank cat. A brilliant combo, it should work very well. But soon I will have to upgrade my axe cat, because you may have seen axe cat said good against red enemies. And if you haven't played Battle Cats and this is the first time you're seeing it, you probably won't know or have seen a red enemy. And red enemies, they're just like enemies but red. And because they're a special type of enemy, a red enemy, when it says they're good against them, they have an extra damage effect, basically, on red enemies. And that's what the axe cat has. And coming up in levels beyond me at the moment, I don't know what level it will be, there will be red enemies. So I am actually going to start upgrading my axe cat for that occasion. But at the moment, the axe cat doesn't need to be upgraded. Just going to use a slightly useless cat cannon there, as the base is way below half health, below third health even, down to 300 health. Come on, get it down, cats and tank cats. Painfully slow damage. Come on. Come on, you can do it. 100 health. 10, 0. Good. Done. Victory. Woohoo! 2000 XP and some more treasure. Treasure is good. At the moment, we don't have to worry about it. We're just going to try and get as far as we can, and then treasure will become more important. So, upgrading time. So, what we're going to do is upgrade our axe cat to level 2, it seems, is all we're really going to be able to get. And I'll upgrade my tank cat once more. There we go. Left with 0 XP, so we have a level 5 cat, level 3 tank cat, and level 2 axe cat, which should be very good indeed. So let's go into another level. Philippines is going to be fascinating and brilliant and wonderful, and hopefully very good indeed. So, just going to wait for things to come out, really. We are met with some bananas. There's a snatch and a doge. Not too much to worry about. I'm going to upgrade my worker cat, because as you can see, there's a large distance between me and the enemy base, so I don't have to worry about them for actually quite a while. And I'm just going to do my combo of my tank cat and my cat, and that should be pretty simple. Seeming that I've upgraded the axe cat, I'm going to bring one out. Although it is really expensive for how quickly we get money, and I still have to upgrade it to level 3. To be able to get the cat, because I upgraded efficiency instead of capacity. And here we go. Here's the axe cat. Hopefully it'll actually do something with our tank cat in force there. Hopefully protecting it, doing loads of damage to the cats. Here we go. Yeah, axe cat sitting behind the tank cat, doing some good damage. And that is how you'll want to deploy your cats. Meat shielding is a fundamental concept within the game. And in most levels, there'll be an element of meat shielding. Some levels, some enemies, it's bad to meat shield. But that's much later on. At the moment, meat shielding, just as a rule of thumb, is a very useful thing to do. So all I have to do now is just keep spamming my cats, wait for them to destroy the doges, snatches, and those guys. At the moment, very elementary level enemies, very simple, very easy to defeat. Not going to be too difficult to deal with at all, actually. We are going to rip through them, in fact. We are on the last few doges and snatches before we get to the base, and we're on it. So they're going to bite at us, but really, we're going to be destroying the base. Double action, as I said before, and there's not really much they can do. We brought the base down to 600 health now, 500 health, 400 health, 300 health, 200, 100, 55, 41, 11, 8, 0. Good. 2,500 XP, lovely. And there is a new cat waiting to be upgraded. Wonderful. Let's look at that then. I won't hold you in suspense this time. Let's have a look. And it is Gross Cat. Now, Gross Cat is a very useful cat. Now, Gross Cat let's say, will do a lot of damage. Gross Cat, you want to keep Gross Cat behind Tank Cat so it can do a lot of damage. And before the video is out, I'm going to showcase this little cat. And what I will do is I will also upgrade my Worker Cat wallet to try and help with having to upgrade it less to get certain cats. So, let's go into Japan. Will be our final level for today. And so, let's press attack and go into it. So, the cat smiles at us, says, you can do it, you can do this level. Yes, we can. And we are going to do it by upgrading our Worker Cat. We have a decent distance between us and them. The Snatch will take a while to get over to our base, and the Doge works at slightly slower speeds, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll upgrade our Worker Cat there. We need to upgrade it so they have 400 capacity. And there we go, level 3 now gives us 400 capacity, so that upgrade was very useful. So now we deploy our Tank Cat so we won't take damage on the base, and we'll just have the Snatch bite at us a little bit, but that won't be too much trouble. The Snatch won't be doing much damage at all to my Tank Cat, so that will leave me able to get the Gross Cat and do a lot of damage. So I'm halfway there, saving up for it. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to deploy one more Tank Cat because there are 2 enemies biting on the Tank Cat now, and it is only like, I can't remember, was it level 2 or 3? But yeah, not too high level, but now I can use my Cat Cannon when these other enemies get in range and just make a massive massacre. Look at this. Bazam! That was good. I deployed a cat because I know I get money from the enemies that I just destroyed, and now I can deploy a Gross Cat as well. So the Gross Cat is behind the Tank Cat, and I've just deployed another one. So it should be very useful. The Gross Cat will stand behind them, and as you can see, deal a lot of damage with its very long arms. And that is what you want to use the Gross Cat for, doing lots of damage. Your Axe Cat will be useful against red enemies, as I mentioned earlier in the video, but your Gross Cat is going to be doing a lot of your general damage. This is what you're going to be starting to be doing in these sort of levels, using Cat and Tank Cat as your cat spam instead of Cat as your main damage, and use things like Gross Cat as your damage. I've upgraded the cat to level 5. That's been actually quite useful. And the first big enemy, actually, before I continue my speech, it's a Hippoe. And Hippos, actually, at this stage, will be quite difficult. But because we got Gross Cat, we should be able to deal with this. The only concern is Hippoe will get rid of our front cat spam very quickly, and our cat cannon doesn't go far enough to deal with the Hippoe. But if he does destroy us, he'll come within the cat cannon range, and we can hopefully deal with him that way. But the speed with which we can spawn the cats, the Hippoe can't get rid of them fast enough. The only problem we have here is that they're sending out loads of little squishy enemies, so we can't actually get to the Hippoe yet. But now we have got to it, so there isn't too much trouble. The Gross Cat's going to be hitting the Hippoe now, and it shouldn't be too much trouble. We should be able to deal with this guy. Not too much trouble at all. Just keep spamming those cats, and eventually we will get rid of the Hippoe. I don't know how long it's going to take. My Gross Cat isn't especially high level. But yeah, hopefully soon we will be able to deal with this quite well. Our Gross Cat's still staying there because we have our meat shielding. Meat shielding, extremely important, especially in this sort of scenario. You can clearly see our Tank Cat staying there, being tanky, and we destroy the Hippoe. Excellent. Just as I was running out of things to say, waiting for the Hippoe to be destroyed, we've destroyed it, and that is excellent. Really brilliant news. We've destroyed our first sort of boss in the Battle Cats, really. Hippoe is, you know, the first sort of worrying thing to deal with. Snatches, Doges, those guys. Not really any trouble at all in these stages. And now we got 2 Gross Cats, I believe, which is brilliant. And we're just going to take apart the base really quickly. And that will conclude the video when the base is done. So I very much hope that you have enjoyed. And I've just got some treasure, which is brilliant. And in the next video, I will be upgrading some more things and trying to go further into conquering the world. You unlock the Cat Seeker. Filter through and inspect all the cats you've picked up. Suspense!